Hey and welcome to my channel. Today's video is to give a little guidance to anybody questioning what they should go out and study. Please remember this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, please move on and hopefully the next video will. And as well, this is just to give general guidance. Don't take my word as something you have to go out and do. It's mainly just to give a confirmation if, say, whatever group you choose, a confirmation if you were already thinking of studying that. I've got 2 life purpose cards in each group so that hopefully you'll resonate to one or the other. Let's get started. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 and group 5. I'm going to give maybe 10 seconds for you to work out which group is calling to you, or you can pause the video if you need more time. Hi group 1, let's start with your reading. So we have the 2 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. So the 2 of Cups is normally about, getting along with someone who you feel a really good connection with, kind of being the same, finding your sort of other half. And then with the 5 of Wands, that's normally like a conflict, not getting along, opposing opinions. So you may have something to do with maybe counselling would be good. You might be able to, help the person get on their sort of level, get on their one-on-one and help them resolve conflict, help them resolve whatever it is in their life that is causing them like a lot of trouble with others. I feel like it's definitely a job where you're going to help or go study something where you're going to help someone sort of one-on-one to resolve whatever conflicts this person may be having. So that could even be studying to be like a job counsellor, just some sort of counselling off the top of my head, but we'll see what the other cards have to say. So we have Oracle cards. You are able to discern the answer and guidance for yourself and others. So that's kind of like this saying, like you're able to help others, give them guidance, show them what they should do. So I'm definitely feeling sort of a strong pull for like a kind of counsellor type of job. We also have body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy or exercise training. So definitely something working one-on-one with someone. I never really thought of that, but exercising as well. Maybe you would be a really great personal trainer. So they may be having conflict with their sort of body. So you can help, one-on-one train them, make them feel better. It's definitely something helping others, helping to show them the way. Just going off and studying something that will help others. Let's see what the other cards have to say. Renewing your life. So it's definitely something that would give your life purpose. Maybe actually studying counselling or whatnot, something that helps, others, would actually be a part of your life purpose. Showing people the way, helping people one-on-one. We also have service and vanity. So the service would be to others, and vanity doesn't necessarily need to always be bad. You may even help people one-on-one who sort of struggle with this. It doesn't mean like you're vain, but then sometimes, you do feel like everybody has moments where they're feeling a bit sort of vain and uppity. So it may even relate to a sort of beauty job. Maybe going out and studying beauty therapy might help. That still helps with the one-on-one, and it helps maybe with conflict, people who have low self-esteem. You never really know. Just something I feel like you should go out and study, that you work one-on-one with someone and you help them, gain confidence, help them, give guidance. But I'm feeling strongly counselling, but it may not be counselling. It may just be studying something where you help someone one-on-one, help them find their path, help them find their way, and help them feel better with themselves. So you're definitely someone who's great at helping and giving to others. And I feel like you should go study something in the field of helping. Hi Group 2, let's get into your reading. So we have 8 of Discs, or 8 of Pentacles, and Strength. So the 8 of Discs, or 8 of Pentacles, is normally about, working with your hands, building something, creating something by yourself sort of, but definitely something using your hands, whether that be art, building, just anything really where it's a hands-on type of field. And then we have Strength. So Strength doesn't necessarily have to mean, out of strength, strong. It's normally something inner strength. So although this may relate to, being strong, doing building, it could even mean something emotionally strong. So being an artist, doing something that helps those, get in touch with their emotions. So it's definitely going to be something where you need sort of inner strength and you've got to be good with your hands. We'll see what the other cards have to say. So we have Protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. So you may go on to, you may be older or you may have studied something before and dropped out. So you may go off and study again something and, this new field that you're going to study in, you're protected by your angels. You were meant to, you were meant to drop out sort of last time or change your field this time because it wasn't on your life path. Here we have Children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So that doesn't necessarily have to mean you would be good to go be a teacher, although it could. It could even be something as a child in childhood that you loved doing, something that relates to being young, or it could actually be as literal as it says in being a teacher. So of course you would need strength then if you're helping if you're being a teacher. It takes a lot of mental strength to be a teacher because the pay rate is not as good as it should be, and you're the ones who are moulding the future. As a teacher, you're the one who are moulding these kids into the next generation. You're the one who are actually creating the next generation. So that's where it could be with this creation card. It could be hands-on, but it could be that you're helping to create what the next generation would be like as a teacher. Or for some of you, it could be going off and studying something that you always wanted to do as a child. So sometimes that may be like in the arts, it may be in the fitness realm, it may be, I don't know. But personally, I'm getting a strong pull that you are meant to be a teacher. You're meant to help mould, create the next generation, teach them the way, teach them manners, teach them, to love themselves, teach them to not be bullies, that sort of thing. You're meant to show them to be better than this generation. Show them how to be, the best generation yet. We have Starting Fresh. So again, it's the sort of same of this thing about changing your career and you're starting a new life. So for some of you, you may be older and you're going to change your field, or you may still be kind of young but you've, dropped out before, or maybe you just thought that you couldn't do it, so it's starting fresh in that aspect. We have Perseverance and Perfection. So perfection could even mean that, you have to be, you need to be perfect to kind of be a teacher. You need to have the passion to want to teach kids, because that's when you have those sort of like bad teachers, is those ones who just did it because they didn't know what else to do with their lives and they don't have that passion. They don't want to be the perfect teacher, they're just doing it for the paycheck. And those are normally the teachers that kind of suck and they're mean and you hate them. So you definitely needed someone who's passionate, someone who wants the perfection, someone who actually wants to be there. Although perseverance is quite like, it's going to take a lot of, inner strength again. It's going to be difficult. It may have some sort of delays. So you may not actually go, I don't know, go study this year or go study next year. It may be in the future that you go and do teaching or some sort of thing you wanted to do as a child. But, you know, you will be persistent. You will carry on sort of thing, and it will be difficult. Or even if when you are in the teaching field, it is going to be super difficult. Children, they at that age, they don't understand. They just like, oh, I hate going to school. And they're normally a lot are quite, you know, naughty in that. And it sort of brings you down if that was your passion, teaching, and then you don't feel appreciated. So it's going to take a lot of persistence. It's going to be really difficult. But I feel like in the end, it will pay off for you. And this is the right thing for you to do. Hi, Group 3. Let's get into your reading. We have the Magician and the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is normally, you know, about anxiety. She's been woken up in the middle of her dream. These swords are sort of like all these bad thoughts in her head. She may be quite anxious. So maybe you are quite anxious, go off and study. Maybe it keeps you up because you don't actually know what you want to do, or you're stressed about what it will be like. And then here we have the Magician. So that's kind of about creating your own sort of future, you know, doing it in a sort of different way, having ideas, going out and being ready. Maybe it's not like, it isn't how it seems, like everything falls into place like magic. So it may mean that you may not do conventional study, you may do at home study. It may be that you do something that's out of the norm. We'll see what the other cards have to say. So we have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. So that kind of relates here sort of with that like anxious, and with her being woken up in her sleep. So sleeping's normally about intuition, subconscious. So you may be quite a sensitive soul. Maybe you are an empath and you're always picking up on others' emotions. And we have time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desire. So it could be that you need some sort of time before you go out and study, just so that you make the right choice. Or it could be you know deep down inside what it is, and that's why you're feeling so anxious. Or it could mean like you could be a counsellor or something that will help others who are feeling like this. But it may be in the future, once you've worked out a way that to stop feeling so anxious. You know, people who have been in that place before are normally way better at helping others who are stuck in that place at the moment. It could be helping the less fortunate, being like a social worker. We have exceeding expectations. So maybe you've kind of with the sensitivity in that normally people who are sensitive, they're normally like that because they've been in hardships and that, and they don't want to have anybody else feel like that. So you may have told that, you know, oh, you can never go off and study or whatever. And you're going to exceed everybody's expectations. You're really going to blow people's minds when you build up the strength and, you know you can stick to it. You know, you're really going to exceed even your own expectations. We have mysticism and renewal. So I feel like maybe studying, personally, it's not the right time for you at the moment. Maybe in the future it may do well for you. But both here time to decide. So it seems like it's either right now or in the future sort of thing. With this one, it's quite like a, like mystery sort of card. So maybe even getting involved in spirituality like this. So sensitivity, maybe being an empath. Maybe college isn't actually the right thing for you. Maybe, or at least in the future. But at the moment, it may be time to either work on your own spirituality or help those, help guide those who need spirituality in their lives. I'm just feeling at the moment, for some of you, it's either you need to go to college right now or in a few years' time, because it's also not bringing up, cards that are saying, straight up, like, I don't know, art, straight up counselling. This sensitivity in this time to decide cards are kind of like, they're not point blank telling, so it may be something that you do more in the future. It's either now or later sort of thing. Hi Group 4, let's hear your reading. So we have the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, you can see he's sort of going into battle, Wait. Hi Group 4, let's get into your reading. So we have the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is sort of, being in the fast lane, going full speed, having a fire inside of you, wanting to explore, wanting to conquer, strong feelings, just really deep passion, really big strength and doing things in big ways. And then you've got the Hierophant as kind of this spiritual type person who you look up to, or this leader. So it may mean that maybe studying politics or studying to be a teacher, something where people kind of look up at you, but it's sort of a fast-paced job. And maybe even in business, owning your own business, because you're going to need a lot of strength and a lot of passion. And also with this Hierophant, it can also mean sort of being looked up to, being a leader for others. So we have trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So it may be something that you've thought of in the past that you thought, oh, maybe not, but maybe that was the right direction for you to take. And we also have healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So it may even have been working sort of in a hospital, being a nurse, being a doctor. As you can see, he's got the sort of, scrubs on. So, and that could also mean it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication to become a nurse or doctor, especially in the hospital. They're getting calls all the time to come in. It's a lot of work that you really have to be passionate about to actually want to go out and do it. And a Hierophant, people, your patients are going to, look up to you. They're going to see you as this kind of leader, this person who's helped them to recover. Or it could be for some of you something that you thought in the past would be the right path for you, and you just need to trust your intuition because that was the right move for you. Let's see what we have. Letting go. So it may mean that you had, with this trust, you may have had a lot of ideas of what you wanted to do in the future, but letting go of some of those ideas and working out with your intuition which one was the right path to go and study. We have recovery and rejection. So with recovery, again, this could mean being a nurse, being a doctor, something in the sort of medical type field. And then rejection, that could mean back here with letting go of whatever it is that's sort of holding you back. Letting go of other ideas that you thought were the right path, but they're really not. But I'm feeling it's definitely something either. I also am still getting that sort of political field for some reason. So for some of you it may be politics, some of you it may be being a doctor, just something that's quite like a, sort of leader job, something where, you're being the leader and helping others. That's all I'm picking up for you, Group 4. Hi, Group 5, let's read your reading. So we have the Ten of Wands and the World. So the world's kind of, everything. So it could even mean traveling, maybe being a, travel agent, being a flight attendant, something where you'll be sort of going everywhere. But then with this Ten of Wands, it's normally about, being one person trying to carry the workload for everyone. So that may be the situation you're in at the moment, where you feel like you're doing everything for everyone, or else you're someone who feels like if it's not your way, sort of your way on the highway, it's you don't like working in groups, you like doing stuff by yourself, and that's not necessarily always a bad thing. So it could even mean studying to do something where it's just a one person job sort of thing. So we have author. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So that's sort of a one person type of job. We'll see what else we have. Books. Okay, you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So for some of you, it's definitely very strongly heavy that they want you to become a writer. So that sort of relates to this here of the Ten of Wands, wanting to do it your way, carrying the load for everyone. It's you just want it to be done your way. And as a writer, I feel like it works better if it's just you writing the book. And then with this world thing, I'm picking up for some of you as well, maybe being a travel agent, being a flight attendant, sort of something where you're traveling the world. It could even mean that maybe traveling is right for you, and then coming back and being an author, writing about your adventures. It could even be that this is some sort of, like adventure books, I don't know. But for some of you, I'm definitely still feeling that traveling type of job. And then for others, very strongly, I think for most, they really want you to become a writer or an author or something with words. So we have sharing of yourself. So you're very generous. Maybe this book will help others. Maybe it's a self-help book, something that goes out and gives people inner strength. Something your writing may help people improve their personal lives, help them find strength. So we have abundance and impatience. So it's maybe not the best when you're feeling impatient, you're feeling stressed. See, with him, there's money down in this sort of, you just need the strength to grab it. She's used her smart, she's stayed calm, and she's able to reach down into the drain and grab the abundance. But with him, when he's worrying, when he's feeling impatient, when he just wants to grab that money, it leads to you not sort of getting it. So with this writing and being an author, it may be best that you take your time with it. Maybe it means travel beforehand, before going out and becoming an author, because becoming an author could really lead to a lot of abundance, but you don't want to rush yourself. You'd want to take your time with it. So since this is a study video, I don't really, unless studying English could be the right path, or studying a language, that could also relate to this world card. But with this impatience, I'm feeling like maybe in a year or two is right for some of you to go out and study. Maybe in a year or two, maybe you would write your book now and then go off and study. I'm not feeling like strong pulls that you're meant to go study straight away. So that's what I'm sort of picking up. I'm actually now picking up maybe like studying a language or something, but studying it in the future more for some of you.